everything.
Bumping and banging.
Big Boy
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
Ashanti is in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Yeah, she look better than all of us.
Man, she does.
bro.
Yeah,
Always on point.
man.
Stop
There
it.
you stop it. What are you talking about?
You
I don't
don't
even
age.
drink
She knows
Ciroc,
it.
but I keep watching a commercial.
So
You know what I'm saying?
bomb.
Like I
Oh
don't
my
drink at all.
God.
I would have kept telling you, do your part over.
Uh-huh. Over
For
and
those who
over.
don't know, man, oh my God, man, I stopped following you on Instagram.
Why?
It was bad.
Really? You
I thought
stopped?
we was like I
Oh,
thought
we
we was
cool.
family. What happened?
No, we cool. Just all these cases that's going on with all this stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get me caught up. I probably done said something wrong to you back in the days.
You go back and delete your comments?
Yeah, you know what I'm
Just to
saying?
make
Like,
sure.
yeah. And you know, we've been rocking together for a minute. I'm pretty sure I done said something crazy. You know, and now all these little allegations are coming out. So I stopped following you, and I was
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
it ain't nothing healthy with following you. And I encourage every man that's in a
Nothing
relationship
healthy.
or anybody that got eyeballs, don't follow her.
Stop it.
Man.
There it
you
is.
need to.
No, but
look
Ashanti,
good.
not just amazing, but you look amazing, talented. No, then we were just talking about no expiration date to get down.
Hey.
You know, so what is going down with Ashanti now? You always make sure that you working.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, and ownership.
You know it.
Hello.
It's a very big difference.
Yeah,
You know
I was
what I'm
about to
saying?
ask you, what is the difference between Ashanti now, ownership, always responsibilities, but just making sure that no, this is the product, this is what I'm doing, this is my label. What is like? How many hats are you wearing right now?
Too many.
Mm-hmm.
Too many hats. But it's all for a good cause and a good reason. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I think nowadays it's just so important to just continue to believe so much in yourself and understand
Mm-hmm.
that you can do it. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, sometimes things just become so simple, press of a button, and people think that it's easy. But when you own your masters, and your licenses and your publishing and things like that, it sets you apart from the
What made
norm.
you go there? I know it's a different sign of the times now, but what made you say, you know what, like, nah, I need to have all this ownership?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. My last album under Universal Motown, after that deal was dead, I got 7 offers from majors, and it was really, really a tough decision. But they were all offering 360s, and I couldn't do it.
And
You know what I
explain
mean?
to someone out there what the
Yeah,
360
break that
deal
down.
means.
A 360 deal. Now it's a little bit different.
Right, yeah.
Back from
It was
I want to
brutal.
say brutal, like 2009-ish.
It was
around
like they
that
had you
time.
against the wall going in
Oh
your
my
pocket.
gosh! Like
man.
you was nailed to the wall.
Yeah.
Like it was ridiculous. So at that time, basically, the label would take a percentage of everything you did for the rest of your life, even if you had or if they had nothing to do with it. So let's say I went to get a book deal with someone, and whatever they gave me $200,000. They're taking probably between 50 and 75% of that
Wow.
for nothing.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it was really bad. And some of my peers went that route.
Yeah, man.
Some
because
of them went that
and
route.
the labels were figuring, we're not really selling records right now.
So, they
how
have
do we
to
make
find,
our money?
Exactly. They
Yeah.
have to find a way
No
to make money.
royalty living anymore.
Absolutely. People, it was so bad that they were reaching into your merch, your
Yeah.
touring, and that's how a lot of people survive. You know what I mean? You're on the road, you're doing shows, you get your check, you're good.
So what made
But-
you say no?
I just felt like it was borderline disrespectful. I felt like, having built a fan base and having built a catalog, I felt like I put enough in to have enough respect to be like, come on, dogs, you know you don't need none of that.
And then, but also when you did say, I'm not going to do it, there was social media, but like now social media is a beast. So even walking away from that back then, did you ever think like, damn, maybe I should have? Because now you could directly hit your audience.
Absolutely.
But at any point back then, was it a hard decision to make? It
It
felt
was-
disrespectful, but it was like, damn, well, what do I do?
Absolutely. Because now it's like, okay, now what? You know what I mean? It's like you're going behind the door and you don't know what's on the other side, and it was so, I remember the look on my face and just how I felt in my stomach when I woke up like, yo, we just walked away from every single deal on the table.
Yeah.
Now what?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And then, just where I had come from, it wasn't a great split. So it's not like I had that kind of support. You know what I mean? So, my brother was away. You know what I mean? So it was just me. So it was really, really tough. And obviously I have an amazing team. My mom, my attorneys, I have my family. But at the end of the day, making a business decision that's going to affect me for the rest of my life and everybody that I employ and all of their families, that's a lot on your head.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was hard. It was gut wrenching. And at times I would be like, damn, did I make a mistake?
Was it different for a female artist, you think?
Oh my gosh, 100%.
Yeah? As in what aspect?
It's a male dominated world,
Yeah.
regardless, you know, and sometimes when you're a female, they don't look at you the same way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes a guy will figure, oh, shit, I'm gonna take her out and do this. I'm gonna give her a track. You know, you want a track? Come fuck with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not doing that
you say,
with dudes.
come fuck with me too.
She try to set all of them.
Try to sneak it in. We gonna watch some out there with soap. We gonna come back, man. The 5 steps to mastering the art of hustle.
Yeah.
What are those 5 steps that you realize?
Surrounding yourself with an amazing team, having determination, mingling and jingling with the moguls. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just so important. I'm like a sponge. When I'm around people of importance and that have made history and have done huge things, I'm like, I want to know. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know so that I can
Get
progress.
very inquisitive and like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
so when I think about too, I know that you said ownership. How important is that ownership?
It is so important that you are able to control and own your art and what you bring to the table and what people love you
Do you
for.
feel you paid a lot of tuition into the School of Experience?
Oh my gosh, expensive. My tuition was real expensive.
Yeah, man. And didn't get no loan. You know what I'm
No
saying? Like,
loans.
man, no, you got to
I
come out
made
your
some-
pocket with that.
I made some
Image
very
control,
expensive.
another of the 5 steps. What is image control to you?
Being able to make a decision about how you are perceived. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to come in here with a sweatsuit on and some baggy, you know what I mean, some baggy sweats and a hoodie and be confident, I'm comfortable. That's what I want to do. If I want to come in here with a bikini on
Please
and
do.
some sneakers,
With crystals.
you know what I mean, with crystals,
Coming out of the pool, please.
If I want to do that, that's what I want to do. I'm controlling that. So no one is telling me this is what you have to do to be who you are, to quote unquote sell or not sell. You know
Another
what I
step
mean?
is classics. When it comes to like,
Yeah. It's Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say it is so essential. Like, there is a difference between a hit record and a classic record. You know what I mean? And you know me, I'm not a cocky person. You know, I'm just very grateful and very blessed that 15 and 16 years later, I can perform Foolish in front of thousands of people and they will scream the words back at me where I'm just holding the mic out.
I just recently saw you in concert too.
Hey.
And your voice
Nailed it.
sound amazing.
Thank you.
And you know what I love about that too is that you sound like what you sold to us. You know,
Don't switch
it's
it
not,
up.
and you didn't look like you were tired of performing or I gotta
Right.
switch the song up. Like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
vocals
yeah.
were on point. And Ja Rule, seeing y'all on stage together,
It's amazing.
he was a
you.
beast too,
Thank
man.
you.
A beast.
Yes, shout out to Ruski.
Business family. Now that's another one of the 5 steps. Business is it who you surround yourself around and
Absolutely.
the trustworthy.
Absolutely. I mean, in this business, it is really, really hard to find someone that does not have a hidden agenda. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, people are always trying to find out what they can get out of you, what they can take from you. So everyone around me, I think the least amount of time has been maybe 12 years, 11
Wow.
years. Every person around me. You know what I mean? So it is essential to have that trust with someone when you have your life and your livelihood in their
Right.
hands. You know what I mean? I had people rob me. You know, I had people that was stealing and then that I've known for a long time too. So, you know, it comes with the territory. But I think it's really essential and very important to have those people that are bulldogs in, you know, around you and know how to handle, but that at the end of the day, they're going to be with you regardless. So if I
Yeah.
wanted to stop today,
Right.
they're like, okay, it's good.
Yeah, don't be like, what about us?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
yeah.
all good.
What about thick skin?
Oh my gosh.
5 steps to mastering the art of hustle.
Whoo, let me tell you something about this little thing called the internet.
Oh my God. Man, you know, I cut all my service off. They're so brutal. I mean, you see, I didn't even put my glasses down because they dirty. Stay with them dirty ass
Can't
glasses
even
on.
clean his glasses.
Make too much money for your glasses to be scratched up
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah, shut your asses up.
You know, it's like it's like open fire. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes when people are miserable and envious and they don't have things going on in their
Say it.
lives, they feel like attacking you is going to make them feel better. And sometimes it does. And I feel like that's why people do that, so at the end of the day, you have to understand that this is a game and you have to play it. You know what I mean? And if people don't like you and whatever, it's one thing to have an opinion, but it's another thing to just be completely disrespectful and just go below the belt for no reason. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. So
do you look at comments?
Sometimes. Sometimes. Not a
Does
lot.
it bother you? Or have you the thick skin? Did you have to create the thick skin?
I definitely had to create the thick skin. I had my first record deal when I was 14. So I learned a lot of things really early. I learned a lot of letdowns and just a lot of things that I had to grow from very early. So I've always maintained the mentality of elephants don't swat flies. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, little comments and you got something that you
right.
Come on. I don't have time.
I thought you were gonna sneak another curse word.
Right.
Stop it.
I'm telling you, Mama, when she started when she started mumbling, that's when she be sneaking them curse words down. When she drop her voice down and say less.
Say less.
Now, why the title Say Less first?
Because I feel like it's about doing more, and if it ain't about what you supposed to be doing, say less.
Right.
I don't have time for it.
And picking up with Ty Dolla $ign on the actual single.
Yeah.
How did that relationship come together?
It's crazy because my brother Slow, shout out Slow Bucks, he knows everybody, and I think we both were kind of like talking about working with each other here and there, and Slow put it together, He's like, yo, I think Ty would be dope, and we just started texting, and it happened kind of fast. We were
Now,
texting
is
for
this
a while.
on your label, like your situation?
Absolutely.
Go ahead now.
Yeah.
Damn. I love that, man.
Yeah.
And so now, just as a business, y'all always looked out anyway. But now you're in a position where it's like, okay, this is the single. You don't have to beat nobody over the head about it. This is the date.
Yep.
This is what the video's looking like.
Yep.
Because sometimes, Ashanti, I know that you will record something. It's like, man, I put my blood, sweat, my heart, everything into that. Then you hand it to the next person and say, okay, now it's your turn.
Right.
And then A&R labels, it's like, I didn't hand you garbage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now you're in a position where it's like, okay, I know what I have. I know what I have to do. And you created enough brand in Ashanti that you can get in anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I love that you took this on your own and you doing your own situation.
I appreciate that. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Now with the single Say Less, did you know that was the one from the beginning? And how close are you to finishing up an album?
I always felt like this was something special because when I hear it, it just makes me feel good. And for me, it's like, okay, I haven't put music out, in a minute. So music is changing so quick now, sonically, just everything. So for me, it's like, okay, I have a core audience that knows and loves me for Foolish and Baby and Happy and Only You and, all those records. And then now there's a gap. So for me, it's about putting together your classic Ashanti and injecting the new 2017, 2018 vibe.
But you know what? When you listen to it, you don't say, man, what Ashanti doing?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Man.
And that's what I was focused on because I have to bridge that gap, to where I'm not locked in like a dinosaur, but I'm not trying to jump off the building into something completely different. So I felt like this record was a great marriage, and also the fact that when I was on the phone with Mustard, he was like, yo, if you don't put this out, I'm putting this on my album.
Oh, hell yeah.
So once that happened,
we'll have you in court, big homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
Shout out to Mustard.
So why the name Written Entertainment?
Because I write my records. It's written.
I told you. I told Ida that. I was like, dude, you know what I'm saying? And that stupid question wasn't for me. I just wanted to actually clear the, clear
Thanks
that.
for asking, babe.
Say what now, Louis?
Thanks for asking that for me.
Yeah, he didn't know how to ask you. You know what I'm saying?
like,
What did I say earlier? I was like, probably because she write her records and everything.
See, that's why we had that connection.
Exactly, man. You got to excuse them. You know what I'm saying? You got to do.
It's all love, Louis.
Flip a coin. Which one you want me to fire? Flip a coin. It's on you, Ashanti. You sure?
Look, if you get fired, come on over to Written Entertainment. I got you.
Oh, now she's just handing out jobs. First
Don't
it was
say
about
that.
12 years and having family around you. Now she's just hiring anybody. All All righty. Well, we know that Amazon released like 3,000 jobs. Now we can all go get jobs at Written Entertainment
No
as well.
experience required.
Yeah, you know, get right next to Ashanti, ladies and gentlemen. Written Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You start at the top. Album-wise, are you working on? Or are you done with?
I am always
Working.
working. Always working. I have a phenomenal body of work right now that I'm excited about.
I thought you would just stop right
Body.
there.
Oh,
Yes,
stop
girl,
it.
you do. Agreed.
I was already shaking my head like, yeah.
I was reaching for the cowbell already.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fine are you?
Would you stop that?
Just
Be
come
honest.
on.
Listen,
be honest.
I am I'm
Fine.
very happy with myself.
Mhm.
I'm confident. And,
yeah.
you know, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm happy with you too.
She's off the scale.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. That was kind of almost disrespectful.
Pretty
huh?
much.
Just a little bit.
To even say 1 to 10. Yeah, that
Like,
was
1 to 10,
crazy.
first
You
of all.
are crazy.
What does an off day look like for you? Not feel. Has
is
there
an
ever been a
off
day
day?
where you've been out and somebody like, damn, that's Ashanti? Uh-oh.
Let me think. Look, I'm like, let me think for a second. Let me think for a second.
Exactly. If you got to think like that, then you don't even need to answer the
Yeah.
question.
No, you know, the most that I get is, damn, you short. That's
Oh,
the
okay,
most.
yeah.
People
Yeah.
don't realize that on television you have on heels.
Right.
And you're out. You know, if I'm not on, I'm in flats. You know.
I get a lot of people
flats.
that look, they're like, damn, you ugly.
Stop it.
Don't even
like,
try
dude, you
it.
look just like how I see you in the video. I thought you would look a little better in person. Like, what's that on the back of your head back there? Like, can I touch that? Can I take
Stop
a
it.
picture? Can I put that on
Tell
my
them
Christmas
say
card?
less. Tell them to say less.
That's
When they
exactly
come
what
at
I'm
you,
going to do.
Say less.
I'll go tell them. I'm going to say, hey, Ashanti told me to tell you to say less.
Say less.
You know, not just our single on We Entertainment, or
Right.
Written Entertainment,
Right.
but it's also We. Hello.
Hello.
So you recording right now, but you don't have an actual date, and you don't have the pressures of saying what a date is.
Right. I definitely don't. And it's a different climate. People
Yeah.
want music now.
I know.
You know what I mean? So putting an album together, it's like as it comes, it comes. You know, and when it's ready, it's ready. But the most important thing is to continue to put out music and content. And
Who else you working
visuals.
with on the album? Do you know as of yet, or is there anything already locked in?
Absolutely. I have some fire with Metro Boomin.
Hello.
Some fire with Tory Lanez.
Go ahead now. And this is
Sway.
all yours.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be
I
nice.
love
This is all
him.
yours.
He's so cute. He's so
Sway.
cute. He's
That
so,
dude is
so,
a hit maker.
Yo, he's
Hell yeah.
so
That
talented.
dude.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like, he's
he
so
show up to
talented.
blow up, man.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, we got some fire.
Really though, you got it
Fire,
on you. Let me
fire.
bootleg it in Japan.
Let's
Yeah.
Oh
What
my
you doing for the
God.
holidays, Ashanti?
What am I doing for the holidays?
You probably
Which
got to
one?
work.
I'm
huh?
like, which one? It's coming up. Thanksgiving? I think I'm actually going to be home. I have two shows before and after the actual date because it's on the 23rd this year.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I got a show before and after. So, I think I'll be home.
Do you
on
cook?
Thanksgiving. Absolutely.
Go ahead now.
Absolutely.
What are you
But
gonna
you
cook
know,
for us?
what's different is I've been. She said for us.
Yeah,
For
you
us.
know.
I wouldn't mind. I actually just became pescatarian last year.
Go ahead now.
So it's gonna be hard. Last year, I made salmon. You know, it was the
For-
first year for not having turkey.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean? So, yeah, I cook. I do everything.
I ain't mad at you. Now, what's the situation? How's you and Ja? Now, I don't need to ask how's the relationship because I know that y'all still going, but how you and Ja Rule doing at this moment?
We are doing awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
We have a show this Saturday. It's crazy because we've gotten so much closer now than we were before. And everyone used to think that we were just so jam tight.
Mm-hmm.
But we were on two different stratospheres. Like we would do shows together, but we were so busy. There really wasn't a lot of time to just chill
Right.
and hang out and kick it. You know, so now more than ever, you know, with FaceTime and with text, yo, you late. Why you didn't show? You know what I mean? Like, I just hit him the other day. Could you get me some sneakers? I saw he had a sneaker plug on, whatchamacallit?
There it is.
6.5.
You still look at you using the homie.
You know what I'm saying?
Give me some sneakers.
Give me some
I get it
sneakers,
back to you.
Rooski.
This little one. But how magical is it that y'all on stage together? Like,
You know what is the weirdest thing? It's like me and Ja could not see or speak to each other for like, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. Even right before the show. Like if he doesn't come to sound check or whatever, I'll come on one side of the stage, he'll come on the other. And I promise you, it will look like we just been hanging out for 10 hours. Like it's so special and it's weird because it's just like so perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like
do
we
y'all
don't have
battle
to,
on stage?
do we battle on stage?
Like a good, because I
Like-
want to tell you this, because when I saw y'all, your voice and everything was amazing.
Thank you.
And then he was amazing too. So it would have hurt me that if one of y'all was like off. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Or you know how there's
You'd hit
always
that note.
one that can perform and the
That's-
other you're like,
that's true,
oh
bro.
man, you know what I'm
That's
They
saying?
very
killed it. Yeah.
It could
Like,
ruin-
and I'm telling you
Oh
that
my
baby,
God.
baby, babe,
Never-
that make me hard.
Big.
That has always been your song.
Always.
Always.
Because that was like the time when I met my wife.
Yes.
And she had this this CD and and that was the one. And I remember
would
one
do it
time
to
she
her?
was I my gosh. I was like, man. So
See,
I remember
shout out to your wife. I love her for that.
on the real. And when I will tell you straight up,
Uh-oh.
she went live and I bust a nut in my pants. I was there with my wife. I just looked at her. I was like, baby.
Sorry.
I was like, we smashing or what? I just looked at her. I said, we smashing or what? All right. Well,
He make a note of that one.
I got a mental video to this record.
gosh.
You know what I'm saying? But that's one record. I swear,
amazing record.
Ashanti, I could be super in a coma. And they play that record, I'm just going,
You gonna wake up.
Baby,
man, is that one song? Do you enjoy performing your hits?
I absolutely love just being on the side of the stage or in the back of the stage, and like even for people to react to the intro of the record, it is like such a surreal feeling because it's just a connection. And you know, music, like you just said, you just told us, it takes you back
Yeah,
to a
man.
good place. You know what I mean? So it is always a joy and like an honor for me to kind of receive that. Just after everything that I've gone through and the ups and the downs and all of that, to still be able to get such an honest and amazing reaction to a record that I did 15 years ago.
Do you ever trip off sometimes that the records that you perform are the records like, damn, I made those records? You know, and not braggadocious, but
Right.
like, damn, like that's dope. Like I made those.
I do. I'm not even going to lie.
Think about if we
Sometimes-
hit delete.
Oh.
How many good records we'll have to erase? Like if you never recorded them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like really, you guys created soundtracks to people's lives.
Mhm.
Damn.
That's a blessing.
Hell yeah, it is, man. And it's a blessing. Thank you for making them.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate
Thank you
it.
for playing them and listening
There
to
it
them and
is.
supporting.
Hello.
Yeah.
What is the best and worst thing about being Ashanti?
Let me see. The best thing, I mean, I would say I have the most amazing family. Overall, I'm a happy person. Like, I'm genuinely a happy person. I'm a good person. What is the worst thing?
I would have to
It's
say
like,
your
ain't
breath.
no word.
What? I've been drinking this green juice. I'm clean all the way
okay.
in and out, okay?
All right, well, when I hugged you, your breath smelled like you was eating Shittles.
You know you a lie.
Shittles
You
for
know-
breakfast.
Let me
Okay.
tell you what that was. That was
It
when you
wasn't
spoke
nothing
to
she
me.
knew.
When you spoke to me,
Oh.
it was hitting back. It was your breath hitting
Oh,
me back.
it was bouncing,
It was
bouncing
bouncing
back.
off the side of my cheek back into your face.
Okay, well, we'll let that be the reason. So you're right. All right. I don't want to argue with you because, you know,
Mom's here.
yeah, and your mom wear many
She a
hats.
G.
You know what I'm saying? She'll
Savage.
sit down and do the deals like, oh, okay, yeah, no, we're going to need an extra O on that, you know. And then there's sometimes you won't even see Ashanti walking with any security because family love is totally different.
It's a totally different kind of love.
My mama on you.
Totally.
She'll move security out the way like, hold on, baby. Put these goddamn earrings on. What
I
the
love
bitch
that.
say? No, but it's always a pleasure to see y'all.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
I'm telling you, man, if you ever come without mom, I'm gonna be like, okay, what's going on here?
Oh my gosh. You don't even understand. It happens to me already. Sometimes when I go to the studio, they're like, where your mom at? What?
Yeah.
Your mom, man.
I'm trying to get in the booth. What are you talking about my mom for?
Dude, I remember one time I was at Tyrese's crib and you had came by and I didn't see your mom.
Yes.
And I was like, where's your mom? And then she walked in like, oh, okay, that's my, cause my,
I thought so.
my heart
Y'all
was
broke
beating
up.
fast, and you know what I'm saying. I was like, "Oh man, no!" But that's the best one. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? That's the best one,
Absolutely.
man. And she been ripping you off for years.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And
Knock it off.
Bootlegging your records.
You say you stopped that? You say you? Oh yeah. My bad. She said she never did. Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
A couple cents here, a couple cents there. So one bacon
That's
down.
one you don't have to worry about.
One for you, 10 for me.
Hey, that's the wrong mama, Jabuki.
She got her own writer contract.
Can you do 2 shows for the price of 1? Sure.
She like
Never.
She like, all right, baby girl, you gonna walk through this club, and I'm gonna do the walkthrough.
But the funny thing is, she probably could do that.
Hell
That's
yeah.
the funny thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the funny thing.
Has anyone ever handed you the camera to take a picture with your mom?
I have taken the camera because they do want pictures with
Hell
my mom.
yeah.
So I'll be like, I got you.
Yeah.
No, Shanti, get it. I got you.
Yeah, like we know what you want. Well, it's
I got
always a
you.
pleasure to see
Yes.
you, my love.
Thank you. Listen, and in case you missed me a little bit, you know I got a billboard on Sunset.
I heard.
Billboard popping.
I heard.
Shout
I
out
haven't
to
gotten this
Puff,
It's at
Ciroc.
9200 West Sunset
9200.
Boulevard.
Yes, right across from the Soho House.
That's great real
That's a
estate.
great,
too.
Yes.
yeah, spot.
Now,
Popping.
I haven't seen the billboard.
I haven't got a chance
Come on,
Do-
big
do-
boy.
no,
Why-
on the
what's
real,
wrong
do I
with
need to
playing
look
like
at
that?
it online first?
Are you wearing the bikini?
Because if I drive and it's up there and it's what I think it is, I don't want to tear my car up.
Girl, are you trying to cause accidents?
You gonna show it to
It's-
me?
it's-
All right,
it's a
I'm gonna
bikini
take my
shot.
pants off then.
Oh, come on.
No?
It's a bikini shot,
That's
big
too
boy.
much,
Okay,
bro.
Jesus
Hold on, I'm
Christ.
gonna show you.
Do you have any other ones that y'all didn't use either?
I sure do.
Hey, I remember one time I was like, "Do you have any sexy pictures in your phone?" She's like, "Yeah, I showed
I
you."
did show you. I showed
Dude,
you.
me
I
and
do remember
Fuzz
that.
fell to the ground. Remember they called like 9. It was
I
crazy.
remember.
It was bad. It was
I
bad.
remember you guys talking about the sneakers. Like, oh, the shoes
I remember
are...
the sneaker part.
Say what now?
I remember that she was wearing sneakers.
Oh my
And that was
gosh,
it.
man.
Yeah. That's all I remember you guys talking about.
Oh, what, from the bathing suit?
It was
What other
another
picture
time
you
you
showed
had
him?
some pictures in your phone,
Oh, I
and
know
you
what
showed
that
it like
is.
it wasn't nothing. You're like, "Oh, he
The
got one
picture
right
for
here."
Say Less is
Hurry up,
bomb
the
as
battery.
hell.
Alrighty, hold on.
Oh, my gosh.
It's cute.
Let me see this here.
The battery is low, so the
Alrighty.
flash ain't up high.
Jesus Christ.
It's cute though. Shout out to my brother Puff,
Jesus
French
Christ. Are you
Montana,
serious?
that French
But this
vanilla.
what you gonna do?
Are you all right,
This,
big?
this is on the
Yes, huh?
billboard.
Yes. Come on, I'm
On
gonna
the
pick
street?
you up after the show. We're gonna go see it together.
Can I
On the
see it?
street?
I haven't got a chance to see it.
What's the
battery is
liability
low.
in that? Does Ciroc cover the liability? Does Ciroc, do they cover the liability if somebody
What?
crashes?
Listen, it ain't
Who
gonna
get the actual
be me.
lawsuit?
It
You know
It
what I'm
ain't gonna
saying?
be me covering that.
I ain't mad at you. All righty. Well, Ashanti, I'm going to let you get out of here, and I'm going to wait a couple minutes before I walk out.
Okay.
All right, we're going to let you leave first and get you out the building.
You gonna say less?
Yeah.
You gonna say
I
less
won't
when I
say
leave?
less. Hello. No, but thank you for coming in, love.
Thank
You've been
you.
A1 since day one.
I
And I
appreciate
appreciate
it.
you, my love. Show you right.
Thank you
What's
so
up, Mama
much.
Jerk?
She over here throwing up the West Side.
In iTunes, in Google Play.
Oh yes, the record is available
Hello.
everywhere. Hello.
Well, now how do we get this in our hands, Ashanti?
You can go everywhere. It's on Apple. It's on iTunes. It's on Google. It's on Amazon. You have no excuses. Tidal, Pandora, everywhere.
So written entertainment,
Written
y'all done went and
entertainment.
did it, huh?
We don't play
You
around.
think you all bad,
You know what
huh?
I'm saying?
You know what they call that when you release a record like that, like Say Less? They call it available everywhere.
Available
Wherever you
everywhere.
buy music.
Wherever you buy music.
That's what they call it
Say
now.
Less
You know
will
what I'm
be
saying?
there.
Yeah, we can't even say record stores anymore. Wherever you buy music.
Wherever.
That's right.
It is there. Well,
It's there.
congratulations to you on
God,
that once
thank
again,
you so
soul
much.
sister. Go ahead now. And you know what I'm gonna do, man? Hell, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it my damn self.
I
then.
hope so.
You know, I'm not
I
gonna just
hope
play it.
so.
I'm gonna buy it.
I appreciate that.
We got Ashanti in the neighborhood. Y'all stick around. Y'all radios, Big Boy
Big
neighborhood.
boy.